Hi, ladies. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 essential types of self-care to boost vitality and thrive after 50. Hi, my name is Deb Johnston, and welcome to Women Reinventing Midlife TV, where we aim to inspire women to thrive in a meaningful life that you deeply desire and deserve. We're taught that self-care in itself is essential. And I agree with this. Audre Lorde, who was a writer, womanist, feminist, activist, she always said that caring for herself wasn't self-indulgence, it is self-preservation. And I love that description, and I've used it time and time again with myself and with my clients. But there are much more important aspects of self-care than getting our nails done and getting a massage. And this might be important for many of us. And if it is, keep doing it, keep doing it. Together with things like having regular blood tests with your doctor, going to the dentist consistently. They're important aspects of self-care as well. But there are deeper forms of self-care that are still essential, and they form the foundation to us thriving in this phase of life and making space for all those other more fun types of self-care too. The thing is, if we're not participating in these deeper forms of self-care, then we can feel like we're lacking in energy. And this can affect the way we enjoy this phase of life, how fulfilled we feel and how much we thrive. So today I'm going to be sharing with you those 5 essential types of self-care, those deeper forms of self-care to help you boost your vitality and thrive after 50. And the first form of self-care is fulfillment self-care. And what I mean by fulfillment self-care is participating in activities that light you up from the inside. So important. So we're talking about activities that you really love, that really speak to your heart. And we're talking about things around work, so career. They could be leisure activities. They could be hobbies and interests. It could be voluntary work. It could be projects that you like working on. It could be a whole different smorgasbord of different things that you love doing, that you feel really fulfilled and lit up from the inside when you're doing them. And I know that when we get to this stage of life, a lot of women feel like they don't know what those things are. And I get this because we spend so much time through our life looking after other people and making sure they're okay. We can sometimes lose a sense of what we enjoy the most. So that brings me to the second form of essential self-care, and that is self-discovery self-care. Self-discovery self-care, really getting a really deep understanding around who you are as a woman in this phase of life. And what I mean by that is who you are as a woman, regardless of all the roles that you fill, whether you're someone's mother or daughter or sister, whether you're in a particular role at work, whether you're someone's friend. These are all roles. They're things that we do. I'm talking about getting a deeper understanding of yourself, regardless of all those roles. So if all those roles disappeared, who are you without them? Really knowing this, getting really very clear on who you are now, because you're not the same woman you were 20 years ago, even 5 years ago, because every time we have a new experience, we change as a person. So it's getting that clarity around who you are now. When you know this, you're going to be able to see much more clearly the activities that are going to fulfill you. So very, very important. Self-discovery, self-care, especially after 50, is going to form the foundation for all the other types of self-care that you do. The third type of self-care is balance self-care. Now, what do I mean by balance? Because there are so many different perceptions around what balance is. And here's the key. Balance is different for everyone. So you're able to create balance in your self-care when you know what is important to you personally, when you know what aspects of life are important to you personally, and then allowing putting time, energy, or even money into those aspects of life that are personally important to you. And remember that what is important to you is not necessarily what's important to your friend or even your partner or your children. This is about getting clear on who you are and what is important to you. When you know this, you're going to be able to put the amount of time and energy into those aspects of life that are important to you. And why is this important? Because we generally hold our values around certain aspects of life. So when we're fulfilling our values, we feel lit up. That increases our vitality and helps us thrive in this phase of life. Now, if you're liking the content so far, remember to like the video. Remember to comment. I'd love to hear any insights that you've had, any questions. And remember to subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one, and click the bell so that you're notified as soon as the next video comes out. The fourth self-care priority that is important is our growth self-care. It's our growth self-care. So what do I mean by growth? Growth is to make sure that we are continually growing and evolving. So what does that entail? It entails learning new things. It entails stepping out of your comfort zone. It involves doing something new that you've never done before. Because when we do this, when we challenge ourselves in this way, it always brings growth, because with it comes learnings, and that allows us to continue to evolve. I think Ray Kroc said, the McDonald's guy, Ray Kroc said that we're either green and growing or we're ripe and rotting. And we definitely don't want to be rotting when we hit 50. We want to stay green and growing. We want to continue to evolve. And when we challenge ourselves, which pretty much is the only way that we continue to grow and evolve, is by challenging ourselves to do new things, step out of our comfort zone, learn new things, challenge ourselves to see things differently. This is when we continue to evolve in this phase of life. And of course, that's going to increase our sense of vitality and help us thrive as we age, because we're continuing to be green and growing. Now, everything that I'm mentioning in this video is something that we cover in my group online program, Rediscovery. And I'm going to pop the link to that program in the description notes underneath this video, so you can have a look at that and see what you think, because it's much, much easier to do when you're surrounded by a group of like-minded women and you're being guided through the process. And so that brings me to the fifth type of essential self-care. And this is the part that creates the leverage. And that is your health and well-being self-care. And it's probably one of the parts of self-care that is mostly talked about, is health and well-being. It's looking after your health, because this gives you the leverage. Think about it. If you have poor health, then it becomes difficult to enjoy everything else in your life. So it's about looking after your health, making sure that you get adequate sleep. It's making sure that you eat a good, healthy, wholesome, fresh diet, and a diet that's right for you. Remember, the diet that's right for one person is not necessarily the diet that's right for someone else. So it's about finding the diet that's right for you. It's exercising regularly, moving your body, so important. Doing exercise where you're present. I mean, you might be able to do that when you're walking. You might do that when you're swimming. So it's being present in the moment. Some of the presence self-care activities are things like meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. They're all where we are present in the moment when we're exercising. Making sure that we have regular connection with people that we love. It's all part of our health and well-being. So it's making sure that you're doing the things that give you great health. And if you're not experiencing great health, then think about what you can do instead, what you can change. It may be more than just visiting your doctor, and that is probably an important part of it, but it may be about visiting a naturopath. And if you already see one, then maybe it's a time to give another naturopath a go, or read some books, or do a bit of research to find out how you can improve your health and experience amazing well-being. So they are the five, what I consider the five essential types of self-care, which are fulfillment self-care, self-discovery self-care, balanced self-care, growth self-care, and health and well-being self-care. And remember that self-care is about so much more than getting your hair done. It's about so much more than that. There are so many more things associated with that. We hear people talk about setting boundaries. Important, so important, and probably one of the essential practices of self-care. But how do you know what boundaries to set if you don't know who you are and what's important to you? So the other aspects that I mentioned in the video today is going to give you the foundation to be able to set those boundaries. Thank you for joining me. I trust that you found this video helpful, and remember to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this one, and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out when the next video comes out. And I'll put that link to her Rediscovery in the notes underneath. Lots of love to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.